Vinny Chase.
Ari Gold.
I hear you got something for me.
My first movie is Studio Head, and boom, I want you to star in it.
Whatever I do next, I also want to direct. Ari.
Does he even know how to direct?
Ari?
Let's talk about your character, Ari Gold. You know, when we left off with him, he had a big kind of a crossroads he was at. It looked like he was about to become the head of a movie studio. Tell us where this film picks up and what to expect.
The movie picks up right away. Mrs. Ari, as we've grown to know her, has allowed Ari to go back to work and to run Hollywood. And I pitched to Doug Ellen, the creator, I said, listen, when we pick up with Ari, please have it be at the height of his frustration that he desperately needs to find a way to contact everyone back in the States because he can't do his job without Wi-Fi and reception and all this stuff. So have him be at the height of his frustration with all that. That's where we pick up with him. His first order of business is to get Vinny Chase a starring role in his first movie.
When the show ended, it kind of left all these open ends kind of for the characters for a possibility of a movie. But how confident were you in the cast as far as thinking that the story would continue at some point? It's your job to leave no stone unturned. And I felt like I left it all on the field with the character Ari Gold. And I moved on. It was the opportunity of a lifetime to play this character. And it changed my life. And then it's important to move on, and I did move on. I moved on to Mr. Selfridge, and here I am 4 seasons into that and couldn't be more proud of it. And the call came to go back. And listen, as you know in Detroit, you know Chris Chelios, I bought his house, and I got payments to make. You know what I'm saying? You're living in Chris Chelios' house. I didn't know that.
Absolutely. That's the closest I'll ever come to the Stanley Cup. Let's be honest.
How did he leave it? I would imagine there were some pretty wild parties there in the past.
Yes, I've been buddies with Chris for a really long time, and I've raised the cup with him at that home before I bought it.
What do you mean he won't release any more money? Why not?
I'm dealing with it.
I thought you said his opinion didn't matter.
It doesn't, and I'm dealing with it.
Well, you better deal fast, because we can't finish the movie without money.
Really? Because I thought we could finish it with Fruit Loops.
When you talk about leaving it all on the field with the character, then what kind of aspect of this new storyline kind of made you feel like there was some more things to explore with Ari?
Well, I think that audiences are very savvy. When they see you jumping the shark, they don't want to be a part of it. When things when they're implausible, everything makes sense. Ari Gold, the seeds were planted. He got an offer to run Hollywood. We come back. It's Ari Gold with even more power, and everyone knows he's poised and ready to take on that position. And so all of the stakes are organically raised, as they should for the movie. The movie should be an explored and heightened version of the show. It should be like the show on steroids, and it is. Everything is bigger. Even the boobs are bigger.
We'll be right back.
Nobody leave. Except you. You could go.
Lloyd is back in some way, shape, or form.
The underlying dynamic between Ari and Lloyd hasn't changed in that there's a lot of love between the two of them. I think what's different is that in the TV show, Ari didn't really show that love so much. Like on the surface, there was a lot of abuse and yelling, but Lloyd always knew that underneath Ari loved him, and so Lloyd reminds him of that, and that's how he wins him over.
What's your relationship with him off camera, the actor, Rex, who plays Lloyd? Because I know you're pretty brutal to him on camera.
Rex has been a trooper. The reason why people know Lloyd is because he came on and was supposed to be a very small role, and he was so good at it. And it's just so funny to see two people work together that are the last people in the world that you would ever think to be in the same room. And that's the genius of Doug Ellen, and it's been an incredible ride.
What would you say Ari thinks of him, of Lloyd? Like what is? And obviously there's some kind of endearing quality there. What is it about him?
I think that Ari is really proud of Lloyd. He gave him a lot of tough love, and he passed every test, and now he's an agent. And now he's over there at the Miller Gold Agency, and he's going to get married. He's going to marry a man that he's fallen in love with, and he wants Ari Gold to give him away.
You're upset.
Upset?
He means angry.
This is the third time that you've come to me for more money.
All right, listen.
I was talking to Vince, Eric. See, I know they didn't teach you about budgets in spaghetti and meatballs class. Vinny has been on sets before, so I expected more from him.
I told you he was gonna yell at me.
Yeah, but he's yelling about me.
What'd you spend the money on anyway? I mean, I know it wasn't on Turtle and Craft Services.
You like the new svelte frame, huh?
You look like Karen Carpenter. What did I tell you when I gave you $100 million?
What did we tell you?
You agreed to not go over.
We told you it wasn't enough.
But you agreed to not go over.
Because you said I couldn't direct unless we agreed.
It's like when a girl asks if you want to bang her hot sister. Of course you say no. Neither of you really believes you mean it, though.
What is he doing here?
There's a built-in audience, too, for Entourage, obviously. People who watch a show, fans of the show, that sort of thing. But how does this movie appeal to, like, the non-Entourage fan? Can people just kind of jump into this without having seen the show?
Yeah, I brought a friend who had never seen the show, and you get it immediately. As soon as these characters open their mouth, you know who they are, and you know the universe and the world that they inhabit. And it's just like the premise is set up from the jump, and it's done organically. Pierce Morgan is doing an expose about Vinny Chase, so he explains the entire story and the history right away. You see it, you get it, and you're off to the races.
Sweet. Well, hey, my time's running out, so my last question for you is anything else that you want to send out to the people of Detroit here who are watching or listening to this?
I would like to apologize to all the people of Detroit. Listen, I love the Red Wings. I just happen to I am from Chicago. I'm a Blackhawks fan, but I love all of you. I love all of you.
Well, very cool, Jeremy. Again, take care and thanks for your time.
Take care. Thank you. I appreciate it, Tom.
Open the door!
Yo, Vinny.
What's the matter? Your girlfriend lock you out of there anymore?
No, my co-financier.
You serious? My boys will break that door right now. I got the history. He's crazy.
I'm crazy.
Take me for a round. I last 30 seconds. You let me take you out on a date. Last 60 seconds, I'll let you.
How much time?
3 seconds.
I just wanted to take you to dinner.